How you doing? I just got a phone call from a guy. Seems like a nice guy. Said he was in Chicago. Thanks for calling. It's one of those weird things. I didn't have time to talk to him because I have to get back to work. The morning went well. I solved part of my issue with this table glue up, this tabletop. Happy about that. But I just wanted to mention where the channel's at because I don't take the time to do that. It's like when I didn't mention my friend Corinne in the video the other day. You know, I don't live in my life. I'm not thinking all the times about what you're thinking. So the first thing is I have to thank you all for being here. And I know some of you are sharing some of the videos. I guess that's based upon what I'm talking about. So thank you for that. Because I did recently get over 9,000 subscribers. And I'm at like 9,200 subscribers. I saw when it was getting close to 9,000 and I didn't want to say anything because, you know, I get new subscribers every day, but I also lose a subscriber or two every day or so. I guess because they see a post, something I've said, and it upsets them. I understand that mindset. I'm supposed to go up to Santa Cruz next month to do a project. I don't know if I'll be able to do it right now, but that was the plan. But he's a friend of mine, and he happens to have he suffers from TDS, and it's a bummer, man. Right? Like he's on Instagram on my bike page. We follow each other that way. He was a professional mountain biker his whole life. A skateboard. He had his own skateboarding company. I love the guy. He's super cool, really good guy. But he posted some dumb thing, you know, that was criticizing Trump in a way, which you can criticize anybody you want. That doesn't bother me. But the particular way it was done in this meme was stupid. It didn't make any sense, and it's not taking anything else into consideration. I tried to point that out to him, and he tried to defend his position, which couldn't be defended with logic. So I hit him with logic, and I was like, dude, lay off the effing politics, man. Because he doesn't know. I'm actually thinking about not going up there and working for him now. That's how my mind works. So if I say something here that upsets you to the point where you decide to unsubscribe to me, I'm okay with that. I don't care. I just saw something. Valerie Bertinelli posted a thing. I don't look at all her stuff, but I follow her on Facebook because, yeah, that's part of your childhood, man. She was always cool. She still is. And she noticed how, Jesus, she cursed and a bunch of people gave her crap and unfollowed her. And so she did a short little, you know, less than a minute clip on how she's not going to change. She's not going to start not swearing in an effort to not offend people. She's going to continue to be herself. And that's how it is for me. And that's, I think, those of you who are here for that reason. Which brings me back to the guy who just called me because he said something. And this is kind of locks us back into the 9,000 plus subscribers. Because I'm going to get 10,000 subscribers. And when I do, there's going to be a little giveaway. And I don't want to give that away yet. It'll be more for an Astro van, so stay tuned on that. But what this guy said was, hey man, the phone connection was really bad, and he's like, I don't have much, and I'm, you know, getting through in life, and I built an RV up, but he's like, we're the same, we're into the same stuff, and that's, yeah, that's my generation. If you're of my generation and you're here, that's why. You grew up the same way. You were a free-range kid. You know, we're into bicycles, and maybe you've done some woodworking and everything else. So, you know, I'm speaking the same language to you, and you feel like this connection. That's real. That's a legit thing. I've always had that. It's funny, when I was young, I used to watch Carson or Letterman, you know, and I would watch some of these celebrities sometimes, and I'd be like, man, I have to feel this weird connection with this person. It'd be neat to meet that person. And then when I became an adult, I moved out here, and I actually met many of the people that I thought about And that's a funny thing about your mind and the magic of the universe. If you think it, you can make it happen. And I didn't know that. I know it now. It's something we should teach our kids, you know. So thank you for feeling like there's a connection. I feel the same way about many people. You know, before I started getting bigger with my YouTube, before my YouTube got to the point where I was even monetized, there were other YouTubers that I watched. And then when I started building my Astrovan and my subscriptions were growing, I started going out into the world. I actually ran into many of the YouTubers already now that I was watching. So that's cool. We're the same. The only difference between me and you is I started the YouTube channel. You can start it too. And I'm also discovering lately with the algorithm, YouTube is showing me a lot of new van lifers. And I do think it's interesting because I think a lot of people believe that when most people who start YouTube channels don't make anything come of it. Nothing comes of it. It could take people years and years and years and years to get 1,000 subscribers to even get monetized. Some channels, they get it quicker, and there's different reasons for that. But I'm seeing a lot of these van lifers, and they got these rigs, and they're out there, and they got the hot chick, and you know, it's usually couples, and they're really, you could tell they did all this stuff, they spent all this money, and they believe that they're going to be YouTube phenoms and be able to live off the money that they make off of YouTube. While that is possible, the odds are against you for really making that happen. So I'm just throwing that out there. That should not deter you. That's the key. So if you've watched me and you're thinking, I did this too, and I've done that, I should have started YouTube, start it today. Just start it. Just start doing it. There was a lot of things in life that I hesitated on. I put life on pause at different points in my life, thinking I needed to have all my ducks in a row and have all these things set up and everything else before I did this or that. And I had people telling me, people that were older than me when I was younger, that would tell me, no, just do it. This has nothing to do with YouTube. It had to do with like having a business card, putting yourself out there like you are a business and all that. I thought I had to have all these things, and in reality, all I had to do was just start doing it and put myself out there as this is what I'm doing, and then people believe it, you know? That's all it is. Just do it. If you want to do something, just start doing it. If you want to record it, just start doing it. Your production value doesn't have to be very good. I laugh all the time when, come on, let's go. I laugh all the time when I get these comments from people about the quality of my video, as far as like, man, the way you shot that, and the way you edited this and that. I have zero production value. There's no editing going on here. I shoot clips on my phone, and then once in a while I'll take a few seconds off the beginning of a clip or the end of a clip, and then I save that clip, and then I go to like start a new project, and then it opens up my picture folder, and then I just select in order the clips that I already saved. That's all I do. And then I hit OK or done, and it puts it all together. Then it asks me to save the video, and I hit save the video, and that takes a little while. And then once it's saved, I open it up again, and I go share, and I go to YouTube, and boom, and then I create a title, which sometimes I change the title, and then YouTube randomly selects an image from the video as my thumbnail that you guys see. And they'll give you 3 options on that, but you can also select your own. So if I don't like any of the options, because sometimes like me, like, you know, sometimes I literally look like this. This is going to be the screenshot for this video right here. That's what I look like to myself. Most of the time, that's how I see myself. So I have to like watch my video, shrink this, like not full screen. I got to do the small screen version because if the picture's too big, YouTube won't let you upload it. And then I have to do a screenshot where I select a portion of that image on the screen, and that's what you see as my screenshot a lot of the time. But you know, I figured it out, and I don't have much focus because there's always 10 things going on in my mind at the same time. So if I could figure it out, you could figure it out. And as far as calling me and sending me stuff and all that, I appreciate it. Calling me on the phone is a little weird. I'm not upset by it. I'm not angry. I'm not put off by it. It's just, most of the time I'm not just sitting around hoping somebody calls me so I have somebody to talk to. I'm not trying to insult anybody here. I'm just saying I'm busy. I'm working. Right now I'm taking time away from work to do this video because I wanted to get this message across. I didn't want to do this video right now. I had a conversation with somebody earlier today that's an old friend of mine that reminded me of some stories that might be this week's Sunday night chat. There's a funny story going to be in there. I got to write it down so I don't forget. But I just wanted to say, calling me is a little odd. I'm not scared by it, but just so you know, if you do YouTube or if you're on the internet, if somebody wants to know anything about you, it's not a secret. If you think you're like all stealth, if I know your name and I know where you are, I can get your address, I can get your phone number and everything just by using Google or any other search engine. You're not that hard to find. So when every once in a while I make a mistake, I show my address or something, it doesn't bother me. So far, it's been pretty good. There's been people who've actually sent me things not even asking me for my address because they've been able to find it. That doesn't frighten me. Nobody showed up at the door yet. I do have experience with that, especially when I was younger and I was doing the bartending thing. I was working in nightclubs at the Jersey Shore, and women would show up at my door all the time. They'd follow me home, know where I live. It was a problem, man. It was a problem. So at this point, I don't know that that will happen, but I'm just saying, I understand this thing. You're watching somebody on a screen, and I was on a TV show once. I was on a bunch of TV shows back in the day, but I was on this show, The Love Connection, with Chuck Woolery. We'll be back in 2 and 2. And a girl saw me on there, and she wrote the production company a letter. Apparently, they get a lot of letters for people that are on the shows, but this particular one, this production assistant got it to me because they said, you know, we got letters on you and other people, but this was like a really like solid person, it seemed like, so we figured we'd pass it on to you. And her name was Ellen, and she lived in New York City. She lived in a basement apartment in New York City, and she was a kindergarten teacher at a Catholic school, and she went her whole life going to Catholic school. And she was around my age. I was pretty young at the time. I think I was 25, 26. I think she was around that same age. And she was still a virgin at the time. And she just decided I was her guy. But she was so sweet that we started talking. We actually met. She came out here and everything. She was cool. And we're still friends today. I haven't really talked to her. She eventually married. She married a guy that was the local news guy on her local channel. So that was her thing. She had a fall for somebody that she saw on a screen. That's what did it for her. We're all different, man. I get it. Again, I understand the connection. I feel the same way. I've already explained it. But just know, I don't want to come off as being rude or off-putting to you at any given time. But you're likely going to catch me at a bad time if you're calling me on the phone. But email, things like that, it's not a problem. Some of that gets lost in the shuffle too. Again, I'm busy. So the YouTube actually doesn't, it's a thing. I check my comments several times a day when I'm home. Can't do it much while I'm here at the shop. It eats up enough of my time as it is, and I still have to do things. I'm not a professional YouTuber. And what I mean by that is, you would see it that way because I'm posting videos frequently. I have a lot of videos. But I'm not, as of right now, I still haven't collected any money from it. I still have to sort that issue. And I know what the issue is. I need a new computer so I can use the new browsers and all that. That's money and time. that I don't have right now. And I don't consider myself a professional YouTuber at this point because I haven't collected the money. So that's where I'm at. Eventually I'll sort that and it'll come in, and as the subscriptions come and there's more ad revenue coming in, it's a good thing. I will say I think I'm doing better than many people for what I take in every month right now. Just because of the volume and the diversity of my videos. The people who just do van life, they don't make a lot of money for a long time, just so you understand. The ad revenue is based upon the ads on your channel, and the ones that pay the most are the ones that they're looking for the most views based on your content. Like I know a guy, he had 20,000 subscribers, something like that, and he had it was an automotive themed YouTube channel, and he was making over $2,000 a month at that point. So he might have 30,000. I can't remember. So that's okay, because if you're pulling in over $2,000 a month, you could basically live on that, you know. It's going to depend on what your content is. So even when you see those women, I'm always talking about it. These women are in the bikinis and they're always showing their bodies and their asses and everything else, just to get the views. The views don't always equate to more money. All right, because you have actually, when you're doing that, when you're using your body, there's actually less, from what I understand, less advertisers that want to advertise on your channel. So yeah, and I did monetize all my videos. So even the old ones, every time they get viewed, and if people sit through the commercials, or at least 30 seconds of them, then that helps. So volume is what's going to help you, which comes back to the initial point I kind of wanted to make based on what this guy had said to me. Oh, I wish I should have started a YouTube channel. Start it now. Start your YouTube channel now. Don't worry about your production. Don't worry about buying cameras and GoPros and lights and everything else. I don't have any of it. I don't have any of it. I'm shooting it on my phone right now. Get your phone, shoot your little clips, edit your little clips, stitch your clips together on your phone, and put it out there. If you're being honest and you're being yourself, if you got something to say, if you could be kind of funny or funny looking, that's enough, man. You know, I know who's watching me. I know it's guys like me from my generation, and I know it's younger guys who see me as like kind of like a father figure, role model kind of guy. Man's man doing man stuff, figuring it out, showing you what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and goofing on myself because there's a lot of material here to screw with. I see it all day long. I can make jokes about myself all day long. Look at it's ridiculous. I'm literally a hobo. So, all right, I'm done talking. Have a good day. Thanks for being here. I'll catch you in the next one, and be good to one another. And if you want to do something, just start doing it. Nobody is keeping you from doing anything other than yourself. That goes for eating healthy, getting some exercise, you know, tying up your loose ends, just getting things done. Just start doing it. And really, when you start doing something, try to complete something. One thing. If you could just get one thing finished a week, you're accomplishing something. And then you're going to get addicted to finishing something. Get addicted to finishing. Start now. Get addicted to finishing. Bye for now.